welcome to a complicated meditation. I am your host, Sharo Guru. Before you get started in your meditation, you want to make sure that you have lots of stuff. For example, as you can see, I have candles, right? You want to make sure that you have a lot of candles and make sure that they're all lit and that you have enough that could start a small house fire. Now, as you could see from looking, I don't have that many, so this meditation won't be as complicated. You also want to make sure you have your beads or your crystals, and in this case, I don't have my crystals, so I'm really failing miserably here and making this complicated. You also want to make sure that you have some sage with a little love, so that you could ward off any evil spirits that might be coming into your body or your mind. I also like to also have the singing bowl, and I don't know how to use it, so that I'm going to probably overthink that in order to make this a little more complicated. So you have a singing bowl, you have your candles. You also want to make sure you get some essential oils. And what I like to do to make it really complicated is to mix a bunch of them together to come up with a scent like frankincense and myrrh. Because again, making it more complicated is the best way. And let's see, what am I forgetting? Oh yeah, my little diffuser to actually mix in with all the other smells. You know, I think that these are really great things to have. And in addition to the Buddha, you always got to make sure you have a Buddha so that you're a real meditator and that you can really complicate the shit out of this. And also, so with that being said, you have all your stuff. And the second thing I would suggest to make it complicated is to really overthink it. You know, I think it's really important to really overthink it before you actually start the meditation, and just make sure that you have everything you need. Make sure your room is perfect. Make sure there's no distractions. You don't have any noises outside like a dog barking constantly. And in order to make it more complicated, you should probably do that. Number 4, I don't even remember what number we're on, to be honest. Whatever number it is. I think it's also imperative that you have some really good music. And you also want to find music that actually has some chimes in it, like ding, really to make it effective. Make sure you wear a flannel shirt or striped shirt and make yourself really hot, like I am now, because again, that'll make you really want to sit in the moment and be in the complicated meditation. I also think that a really good idea would be, or number 9 would be to, no, I don't remember I'm on. Another really great tip to have a complicated meditation is to make sure that you have a bald eagle feather, because without that, it will not be complicated enough. You got to make sure that you have that bald eagle feather. And as you can see, I don't have that, so I'm probably not making this as complicated as it could be. You also want to make sure that you activate your eyes, whatever eyes that you have, whether it's the first eye, the second eye, or the third eye, you always want to make sure you activate all the eyes. And you could do this by getting some crystals, which I don't have. And again, I am not making this as complicated as possible. I think that's it, folks. I think that we have plenty to go on to have a complicated meditation. Again, I am your host, Sharu Guru. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next